Hey, welcome to Tech Tips with Sold Out Media. I'm Amanda.
And I'm Linus.
And today we have the Tascam.
Very exciting, the DR10L Pro.
Yeah. So we've praised and used the original Tascam DR10L.
Since the beginning of Tech Tips.
Yes, it was like one of the earliest episodes of Tech Tips. That and the Zoom F1 and then the F2. And what we always have said is that we wish Tascam would come out with a 32 float recorder like the F2 had from Zoom. And it's finally here.
Here it is.
It has finally arrived. And I'm so excited about it. The difference is the original Tascam DR10L had a safety track. So it will record one track 6 decibels lower than the other track. And that was great. We used the Zoom.
I'm sure it saved us multiple times.
So many times. We used the Zoom F2 and the Tascam original so many times for weddings, for broadcast recordings, not live, but for just about everything else under the sun. Edith's Mottenbach often we used it for.
Backup audio, dude, it's great.
They were never fail. And again, it didn't matter with both of them if somebody screamed in the mic or if somebody whispered. You still got it, right? And our audio guy, Jonathan, he loves them, right? Every other audio that we send him, he's like, it's not the Zoom or the Tascam, sorry. Like the DJI mics, he's like,
they're all right.
I mean, I wish you didn't use them. But no, he likes these. Yeah. So he's going to love the audio that comes from this, I can almost guarantee. We have a couple of little field tests to do with this.
We do, and some software.
Some software. So this can actually be controlled up to 5 units of these with a Bluetooth app. Yeah. So we're going to get Jake to dig into that and see how that works. Because honestly, I don't have time to figure that stuff out. That's what we give to Jake. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll do some field testing with it and do some sound comparison. But for now, the unboxing.
What are we comparing it to?
The original.
Of course.
And the F2.
And the F2.
Right? Ooh. So, here you go.
This is actually, it's so light.
It's so light, but it doesn't have the batteries in it.
That's true, I know.
Manual, by the way.
They weren't kidding.
Well, Linus takes that out. So this guy has, with 2 AAA batteries, he has, 24 and a half hours of record time?
Yeah.
With the 2?
I think it takes less battery if you're not recording. I think that's why they wrote it like that. But yeah.
And then
4 and a half hours on these batteries.
The other big difference, and I can't remember honestly if it was the Zoom that had the limit or the Tascam that had the limit, but in general, they had a hard time if you had a SD card that was a micro SD that was larger than 32, 16 or 32. He can take 512 gigabyte micro SD card.
Like how much would that be?
I mean, you could record your entire life. Yeah. But we should test that though, because I don't know how much the 32-bit float takes compared to the 24-bit recording that you get in the other ones.
It's nice.
Yeah, again.
It's a really good hatch. It's something I really just noticed compared to the F2. Now that I can.
The F2 has the only thing I can say about the Zoom is that the build quality was never as nice as the original Tascam either, and this one holds up too. It's got the same slide lock for turning it on, like you have to hold it in to turn it on or hold it in to record.
It's alive.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do all the little settings and everything on it and put a memory card in this thing and give it over to Jake. But you can use the USB-C out to transfer the media. You don't need to necessarily get a card reader for your micro SD.
Cool.
You got your back clip right there, and you got a nice little microphone. What kind of microphone?
What it was. It's the TM-10L.
It looks
their lavalier mic.
Yeah, it looks like exactly the same as the one we have for the original.
And I mean,
but it's so good.
It's great.
It's so good. All right. And this is just a USB-C to USB-A.
Yeah.
What we'll do, we'll throw it over specs, we'll throw it over to Jake, and then we're going to do some field tests with this. All right?
Let's do it.
We'll see you over there.
Yeah.
The Tascam DR10L Pro records on micro SD cards up to 512 gigabytes. Recording and playback is in mono or poly BWF format. You can record at 44.1 or 48 kilohertz. You can record in 16-bit, 24-bit, or 32-bit float. You can also record in MP3 in 44.1 or 48 kilohertz. The microphone input is a 3.5 millimeter mini TRS jack. The maximum input level is minus 11 dB, and the gain range is between 7.5 and 38 dB. Your frequency response range is between 20 Hz and 20 kilohertz. This microphone runs on 2 AAA batteries. You can record up to 24.5 hours using 2 AAA lithium batteries for all-day video shoots. The weight of this unit is 43 grams without batteries or 65 grams with batteries. The dimensions of this microphone are 53 millimeters by 51 millimeters by 21 millimeters.
Now we're going to the app thing, which is a fun thing always for me. We did notice that if you have this little Tascam, the Pro version, and you install the app, nothing happens unless you have the Bluetooth attachment, which I'm going to show you where it goes. You just pop this top open here. You can buy the kit either with or without. We bought without, and then we bought an extra one. So you just take this little placeholder out, and then you buy one of these. And it's a Tascam AK BT1. It's a Bluetooth version. Make sure you put it in the right direction. Look at the metal pieces. Then you start it. And you have to go into the menus and go into, it's one of the lower ones. I went the wrong way, sorry. Looking for Bluetooth. It's all the way to 25. Press enter, and it has to be set to remote, okay? And that's about it for the mic version. All right, and then I'm gonna pick up my phone, get the DR10L Pro app, push that, and then you push the search devices in the top here. Pick an available one, there you go. Connect. There we go. It shines up here. You can have up to 5 mics at the same time. So if you go in on it, you see your previous recordings, so you can listen to them as well. You just press play. Well, you can change your low cut here, so you have a little cutoff in the dark frequency. So 40, 80, 120, and 220 is in there. You can also set it to lock, so nobody can touch the settings. You can press record, play, and fast forward from what you have recorded on the mic. Very handy. So there you go. And over to the sound test now.
All right, so here is our test with the Tascam DR10L, the original, the Zoom F2, and the new Tascam DR10L Pro. Now, the Zoom and the Tascam Pro have a 32-bit float, while the original Tascam has a safety track that's 6 decibels lower than the other track that it's recording on. So in principle, you don't have to worry about the peaking in any of these or going too low in any of these microphones. All right, so this is our first test. We'll do a silence test and see what the noise floor is. You should hear maybe some pickup from the lights in the room, but maybe not. Let's see. All right, so we turned off all of the lights and we've turned off all of the gear. We just have one little lamp in the ceiling. Now let's hear the noise floor here. All right. So we also have low cut on these microphones. So that's what we're testing now. The low cut is now on all microphones. Now the new Tascam DR10L Pro has low cut at as low as 40 up to 220. So we chose 80 in the middle because the original Tascam and the Zoom F2 just say low cut on the menu. So, well, we'll go with that for now. But just as a little test here. So I've been speaking kind of quietly. Now let's try loud, and then we'll try just silent. Hey, and welcome to Tech Tips with Sold Out Media. I'm Amanda. Hey, and welcome to Tech Tips with Sold Out Media. I'm Amanda. Hey, and welcome to Tech Tips with Sold Out Media. I'm Amanda. How's it sound to you? All right, I got one more test for us.
Hey guys, just testing a little bit noisier environment with the low cut on the mics. So I have them right there. All right, see what you think about that.
All right, next, I'm actually going to see if I can do something loud. Let me see. Hey, and welcome to Tech Tips with Sold Out Media. I'm Amanda. And maybe something quiet. Hey, welcome to Tech Tips with Sold Out Media. I'm Amanda. Hey, and welcome to Tech Tips with Sold Out Media. I'm Amanda. And maybe something quiet. Hey, welcome to Tech Tips with Sold Out Media. I'm Amanda. Hey, and welcome to Tech Tips with Sold Out Media. I'm Amanda. And maybe something quiet. Hey, welcome to Tech Tips with Sold Out Media. I'm Amanda. All right. Yeah. Let's go and listen to the results. All right, so there you have it. The new Tascam DR10 L Pro. And this is such a powerful little microphone. I'm so happy that Tascam came out with a version with the 32-bit float. Now, if you go back and just look at the tests that we just did with the sound, all of the mics kind of came out pretty even. I mean, there's so little difference. You can adjust any... There's a sheep behind me. You can adjust any EQ difference that maybe occurs in the microphones. But overall, they were pretty identical. The noise floor in the quiet room was unnoticeable, both with the low cut and without. When we did the test out with Jake in the traffic, Jake playing in traffic, all of the microphones came back sounding almost identical with the sound. Something you might be interested in knowing, so the 32 float file was, for that particular recording, was roughly 320 megabytes. The original Tascam that recorded the safety track was 240 megabytes per track. So together with the safety track, it recorded more than the 32-bit float track. But if you're only going to record single track, the float does take up a little bit of extra space. I'm going to say one thing I didn't love about this, and that was that we had to buy. I mean, you can buy in a kit, but when this thing first came out, I ordered it right away before even looking. And so the little Bluetooth extra thing that you had to order, I was super annoyed that we had to order it. Like, why not just make that attached? With the Zoom F2, that actually comes as, it's internal. You don't have to buy it extra. Well, actually, there are two versions to the Zoom. We have the Zoom F2 BT, so I guess you have to buy it extra, but I didn't love that I had to order it separately when I realized that I didn't have it. Why not? Why? Of course I want it. Just put it in there. That's an excellent part. With these microphones, being able to use them and actually still monitor the audio from a distance is such a clutch thing. Because even though I've never had one of the other mics fail, the original Tascam or the Zoom F2, you always want to kind of have that sort of backup when you're recording. When we did our cooking programs, the last couple of ones, we primarily used the Zoom F2 and the Tascam DR10L original, and we never had any issues. But you know, mid them making a souffle, we were wondering, oh gee, I hope that recorded that. But you can check with this one. We could check with the F2 too, but that app is actually really glitchy. It never stayed open for me. What else can I say about this little microphone? They have a place. You can use them. You can use them and monitor them if you have a long enough extension for headphones. So you could run a 3.5 millimeter extension cable back to the camera for you if you want to monitor that way. All right, the biggest thing you're getting with this is that 32-bit float and being able to actually have that headroom. If somebody clips the microphone, or if they would have clipped the microphone if it was a regular situation, you have the extra space with the 32-bit float. It's an editing dream. And I think that that's the biggest selling point with this. Overall, these are such great little microphones. They do have a place, right? Like, I'm not going to use it in our live broadcast. I'm not going to use it, well, actually, I use it for almost everything else but live broadcast, to be honest with you. I really enjoy these microphones. I do often have a shotgun microphone when we're doing bigger recordings as well as a backup, just in case there is a failure. I always have some kind of audio that I can fall back on. I like them. I like the price of them. I like the build quality of them. The Tascam, the original one, was better than the Zoom's build, and this one holds up too. It's very sturdy, and the microphone is actually really sturdy. I'm using the original Tascam right now to record on. So, yeah, I don't know what else to say. Jake, anything else I should say?
They're great.
They're great. All right. If you're looking to pick up one of these, you won't be disappointed. Again, if you want that Bluetooth to be able to monitor that you are recording without having to be at the subject, definitely pick it up. Menus are easy to use. Build quality is great. I like it. I hope you like the tests. If you guys want to see any other tests with these microphones, let us know in the comments down below. And like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.